everybody, welcome. How are y'all doing? We are here to kind of start a new series. It's not going to be uploaded that often, but I think it will be something cool and a little fresh change of pace from the franchise videos. Something a little one-off-ish, but except we're going to do it with all 32 teams at some point. We're going to start with the Browns, as this would be the most popular team to do something like this for. And what this is going to be called is it's going to be called the Perfect GM Series. Now, the reason why I call it that is because we're going to go back for the 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016 drafts. So those 5 drafts, we're going to go through the first 4 rounds of that draft. Look at every pick that team had in those 4 rounds of those 5 drafts, which the Cleveland Browns have had a lot. And we are going to make sure that they pick the best player available that they should have picked way back when. Okay, now, this is the catch, is that I'm only doing the 4 rounds because it's not realistic to expect that a GM is going to find every gem in the 5th, 6th, and 7th round, because a lot of people just don't do that. So, but the first 4 picks, the first 4 rounds, should be people that can at least contribute to your squad. And unfortunately, a lot of people that the Browns took, even in the first round, are either not on the team or are not even in the league anymore. So we are going to change that. We are going to give them players that they can work with that they should have drafted a long time ago. And we're going to see what could happen if the Browns had the perfect GM. Now, the way the perfect GM comes into play is that sometimes it's not as simple as draft picks. Sometimes it's about the players you let go, too, or the players you didn't sign that you were rumored to sign. Now, we're not working with any of those particular players here as far as players that they should have signed, because not a lot of people want to play for the Browns, except Jamie Collins, who is here. However, there are some players that maybe aren't on the team anymore that probably still should be, so we will make sure that we bring them back. So, now that I've explained the series, we are going to take a look at some of the players that are on the squad. And I'm not really going to go into super depth as to who they're replacing, but I did trade away the player that they're replacing for the player that we got. So if we got Darius Slay, I traded away the player that they took instead of Darius Slay. If that person was no longer on the team, I traded the worst player at that position that they drafted for the guy. So let's take a look at what is on the team. Okay, so on defense, we are sitting here with a bomb defensive line with Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, and Trey Flowers. We also have Landon Collins, Jamie Collins Sr. Whoop, I had it. Oh, we're on the offensive side now. Jeez. Anyway, there's Travis Kelce, and we have Alshon Jeffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, Derek Carr, not David Carr. Oh, God, you don't want him. David Johnson, Devonta Freeman, still have Isaiah Crowell. We have Stephon Diggs. We have T.Y. Hilton, Michael Thomas, Travis Benjamin, who's no longer on the team and should be, Kenny Britt. You can see we've got a lot of great players. We got a crazy offensive line. If you guys want to pause any of that, go back to it. Go ahead and take a look. You could also look at the Wikipedia pages of the NFL drafts to see who those players are probably replacing. Let's sim and see how far we can get. We are in the playoffs, dominating year. Whoa, we're 14-2. Luke Kuechly wins AFC Defensive something MVP or some shit. Luke Kuechly. Oh man, we are going to the divisional round. We have a first round bye. We're 14-2. Let's take a look at the standings and see where exactly we lie. Holy crap, we're the best team in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns would be the #1 team in the NFL if they had the perfect GM. All right, let's take a look at some stats on the season. Ooh, you can see some good ones already. Derek Carr, 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 11 picks. Cody Kessler actually threw 4 passes with a touchdown. Wow, 41 touchdowns, 11 picks. He was 69% completion. That's pretty damn good. David Johnson, 1,789 with 20 TDs. Devonta Freeman, 705 with 9 TDs. Carr added 121 with 2 touchdowns. Look at Travis Kelce. 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns for the tight end. 1,000 yards for T.Y. with 5 TDs. Diggs had 977 with 9 TDs. Jeffrey, 634 with 6 TDs. All right, looking at the line, both tackles gave up 10 sacks. Joe Thomas and Taylor Decker. Spencer Drango, he wasn't even a starter. Defensively, Luke Kuechly, 119 tackles. You can see he had 2 sacks, 5 picks to win Defensive Player of the Year. Jamie Collins, 16 sacks. Myles Garrett, 10.5. Merciless, 8. Flowers, 7. 4.5 for Kuechly, or 2 for Kuechly, 4.5 for Donald. Interceptions, wow, this team was picking the ball off. 7 for Landon Collins, 6 for Josh Norman, 5 for Kuechly, 2 by a bunch of other guys. Let's see, any forced fumbles or anything go on? Well, forced fumble by a lot of people. Fumble recoveries by 2 guys. Looking at blocks, we had 1 by Myles Garrett. Safety, nobody. And 2 defensive touchdowns by Luke Kuechly. Nice. Wow, the defense was really, really good. Offense was really good, too. I mean, especially that running game. Carr had a great season. T.Y. had a kick return touchdown. Wow, the Browns could be awesome if they had a good GM. There you go. Offensive yardage, we are first in the NFL. Defensive yards, third in the NFL. Interesting. Let's take a look at the yearly awards here. Matt Ryan wins MVP over Derek Carr, whatever, and David Johnson, whatever. Coach of the Year, Hugh Jackson finishes second behind Dan Quinn of the Falcons. Offensive Player of the Year, Carr third, Johnson fourth. Kuechly winning Defensive Player of the Year over Jamie Collins. So, yeah, defense getting the accolades. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Watson. We really didn't have anybody in there. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I would expected Garrett to show up higher, but it didn't happen that way. Carr wins Best Quarterback. David Johnson loses Best Running Back. We got to see who did better than him. Come on now. Le'Veon Bell, I know he's a GOAT, but better than him? Diggs was in there. Joe Thomas, Kevin Zeitler, Ali Marpet, Matt Paradis, 4 guys in on offensive line. Defensive line, nobody. Jamie Collins wins Best Linebacker. Where the fuck is Kuechly? Landon Collins, Best Defensive Back. And we are going to take a look and see who the hell could have outdone David Johnson here. How could Le'Veon Bell outdo David Johnson? Let's just see. David Johnson had the most yards in the league and the most touchdowns. He had 20 touchdowns. Zeke Elliott had 20 touchdowns, but he didn't have the yardage. Bell, same average. Bell doesn't have the yardage, man. I'm sorry. Johnson has the yardage and the TDs. I don't give a crap. Johnson is the best running back. You robbed him. Robbery, robbery, robbery. All right, let's go into... We're going to see now who we're playing in the divisional round. Let's see who it is. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers, a divisional matchup in the divisional round. Interesting. They're 12-4. They're a good team. Can we get by them? We do. We're playing the New England Patriots. They are 12-4. This is going to be hard. Patriots Browns. This is going to be. Is there going to be Patriot bias against us? Advance next week, Cowboys. We are in the Super Bowl. The Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at the Pro Bowlers. Derek Carr is a Pro Bowler. That's 1. David Johnson, that's 2. Kyle Juszczyk, that's 3. T.Y. Hilton, that's 4. Travis Kelce is 5. Joe Thomas is 6. Ali Marpet is 7. Matt Paradis is 8. Kevin Zeitler is 9. Who else? Jamie Collins is 10. No Kuechly in middle linebacker? Come on, they robbed him so much. Norman is 11. And Landon Collins is 12. 12 Pro Bowl starters on this Cleveland Browns team. And we go into the Super Bowl against the Dallas Cowboys. Woo! Can we win that Super Bowl? I have no idea. Dallas is only 9-7 on the season. They do have Zeke Elliott, and they do overrate Dak Prescott in this game, but let's just see. Can we win it? Will we win it? Cliffhanger, you're going to wait. We beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 45-10 in the divisional round. We beat the New England Patriots 42-40. As Dallas wins 42-39 against the Eagles. Do we beat them? Yes! The Cleveland Browns Super Bowl champions. 45-24 with a 21-point fourth quarter outburst. Wow, it was a 17-14 halftime lead. It was a close game through the third quarter, and then the Browns exploded. Look at Derek Carr, 269, 4 touchdowns, no picks. David Johnson, 113 and a touchdown. Devonta Freeman, 41 and a touchdown. Receiving, Kelsey, 76 and a touchdown. Hilton, 66 and a touchdown. Johnson, 41 and a touchdown. Jeffrey, 20 and a touchdown. Spreading it around. Joe Thomas, the only one to give up a sack today in this Super Bowl. 1.5 for Jamie Collins as far as sacks. Myles Garrett had 1.5 there. No interceptions. The forced fumble and recovery, ironically, by Christian Kirksey, one of the players we actually kept on the team. There were 2 draft picks that we actually kept and agreed with, which was Christian Kirksey and Cody Kessler. So there you have it. The Cleveland Browns could have won the Super Bowl if they had the perfect GM. What do you think about episode number 1? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know if you want to see more of these, either in the comment section below or by hitting that like button. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are new, please don't hesitate to subscribe. We got plenty more of these coming out. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've taken the actual Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl. Now I'm going to go take some figurative Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl as well. Bye-bye.